Okay, and here it is, and it did not come with any standoffs, so it's just the boards like this, which is not definitely not ideal. This is broke, kind of. No kind of to it. It's broke. And it's broke on both sides. Oh boy, that's hard to get that out of there, isn't it? You know what we need to do? I'm gonna try to pry it. Oh, that ain't gonna work. That ain't working. That's the way you do it. Oh, great. Son of a gun. Okay. It's really not terrible. Oh boy. We got some broken. These have been replaced. These resistor networks. Boy, these things are cheesy, aren't they? There's another replaced one, and I can't tell if it's on right. This one right here is busted. That one's broke. Right there. It's like every one of the pads is coming off of that. That's got to be replaced. These are on right, but they're just done strangely. Very strangely. I'll show you that. I don't understand why they weren't just soldered into the board, like removed the other one. Okay. Oh boy. This custom chip is in backwards. It's in backwards and it's got a clearly broken leg, but it's in the board backwards. So if this thing was powered up, that thing is dead. So, yep, that custom right there is in backwards. The good news is the board will run without it, but it'll look completely wrong. All of the other custom chips look like they are in the right way, so that's good. Yeah, this is not bad. I've seen worse. I have seen worse Galaga boards. But this will, I mean, typical of all Galaga board sets that I get in and I see. If you want these things to be stable to where you can just turn them on, and forget about them, there's a lot of maintenance that has to be done. These connectors are okay. The end of it is busted off, but oh nope, this one's got a broken pin. That has a busted pin, so this will. Yep, and it's a signal. It's not a ground where there's a million grounds. It's an actual signal pin, so yeah, that's going to have to be replaced. And if that's going to be replaced, I will look for 2 of these, and I'll replace both of them. That is a 90-degree 50 pin IDC header. Yeah, okay. So we have an O2 that will probably need to be replaced. So that, if that is no good, if I can't save that, I mean, it's got a broken leg, but it's got 2 broken legs. That one's no good either. I could fix that leg if it hasn't been killed. There's a good chance that that thing's been killed. You know, and there's... Yeah, it's probably dead. So that's an extra big cost right off the bat on this one. Above the quoted price. Because those things aren't exactly plentiful. I do think I have an extra 1 or 2 of these. I need to put windows on the ROMs and label them by spot: 3N, 3M, 3L, K, J, and E. It's bipolar ROM. This is not the right chip. What the heck? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What in the world is this? Yeah. This bipolar ROM is not correct. What's up? My son just came in, and I'm going to talk to him for a little bit, and we will be back. Alright guys, it is the next morning. It is Friday 2/26/21. And yeah, last night my son Thomas came in and talked to me, and I never got back out to this, but I'm back at it now, checking things out. This guy, we remember, was backwards, presumed dead. This, is it this one? Nope, it's this one. That is not even the right chip. Look at that, legs hanging out. You see that? You see the legs are not even in the socket? It's not even the right chip. So chances are I'll have to replace that guy. These guys, who knows? There's no windows on them. They're kind of mixed-matched EEPROMs. You don't know if that's even the right files, the right stuff. And yeah, you got these hodgepodged. That could be fine though. I mean, that could be fine. There's some broken, you know, some of these guys are busted. Yeah. So we got a little bit of replacing parts to do. You never know about that guy. It's got 2N wrote on it. I mean, it could be right, hopefully. Don't know about these. That one's got paper on it. one RAM replaced here. So what am I going to do? Number one, I'm going to put stickers over these guys, and I'm going to label them. Actually, what I think I will do before I do that, because it doesn't make no sense to put a sticker over them and then find out that they're not even right. So I'm going to write on the back of them in marker where the positions, like 3D on the back of it, on the bottom of it, I should say. 3D, 3H, whatever. And then I'll probably verify these in my reader, because I've got to do some burning anyway. I've got to burn this guy, because that's not right. And I'm going to verify all of this stuff. All of these ROMs are going to get verified, just so that I know we got a good state of things going, so yeah. Be honest with you, I kind of want to replace this and put these in the board properly. It's kind of triggering my OCD a little bit. Not that I don't think I'm OCD, but I don't know. Yeah. Alright. Yep, that's the plan. And I might as well just pull all of these chips and start the cleaning process, because the legs have to be cleaned on all of the customs. They're tarnished. And I'd probably just go ahead, desolder the one at least with the broken pin. I forget which one it is, because it has to be replaced. So I'll scan one of these off of one of my JAMA junk boards and put it in here. And I'll remove all of the black tops off of the sockets, because they're all going to get replaced. And maintenance. Yeah, Thomas came in last night and was chatting with me, and he brought me a Reese's peanut butter cup, king size. Yep. Alright, he knows my thing is either peanut M&Ms or these. So sometimes he stops and picks them up for me. Good kid. He's going to be 23. I say kid, but he's not exactly a kid. So, alright guys. Let me get to some maintenance, and we will see what we're working with. Okay, I am disassembling the board set, and I just wanted to make note of this because I just noticed something. This guy right here is supposed to be the star generator custom, and it is not. It is the 2700K ROM, which is one of the video ROMs. There's 3 video ROMs here, and then there's the star generator custom, which is absent. That is the 54. Is it 54 or 51 or something? I don't know. So yeah, it's not there. So I will see if I can source one of those. And yeah, see if I can't source me one of those for him and add it to the cost of the repair. And, and a little bit extra, maybe $5–10 extra from what I pay for it, for having to search it down. All right, just wanted to point that out. Okay, and I have found a donor board. I don't even know what this is. I think it might be a bootleg version of Ring King or something. I don't know. I have no idea. Some junk. But it's got a couple of these connectors on it that need to be cleaned up. They got a little bit of corrosion, it looks like, but those will clean up nice. So I'm going to pull this one, just one of them. And watch out. Here's the Galaga set. I've got all of the pins pulled out of the ROMs. and the boards are cleaned up. I still have to do, you know, flaky patrol. I'm going to go and make sure there's no flakes shorting anything out. I have not done that yet. But I've got the broken one removed out of here. And it turns out it was just a ground. But that's okay. So we are ready for the new 50-pin connector. We'll use one of these guys. And the pins are pulled out of here. Nothing's broke, but I do have to go through and look for flakes, make sure nothing's shorting. So right now I'm just getting ready to remove this guy out of this board. And I might remove the Z80 out of it too. Why not? There's a couple RAM here and a couple RAM here. So there's 4 good RAMs on this thing. And this is probably sound processing. You got a 6803 processor and a couple Yamaha something or others. Probably for music or whatever. I don't know. I do believe this is a Ring King bootleg. But which, if I was going to get a Ring King, I'd just assume have the real board, to be honest. So yeah. To me, this is just a parts donor. Yeah, so okey-doke. We'll go ahead and pull that, and I think I will just grab the Z80 and put the Z80 in my stock. You never know. So, alright, we'll get to it. And the new connector has been cleaned. I cleaned it up inside there, all the pins, and it has been installed. Let's see if we can't. It's weird light. And I'll beep that right there to just make sure that that's not shorted. I'm pretty sure it's not. So that's that. New connector. So we'll get to the rest of it. I need to do my flake patrol. Just go through with the iron and touch anywhere that needs to be touched up and flakes removed. So I'm going to go ahead and do that with both boards, and then we'll get to resocketing. I'll take you along with me while I'm doing the rest of these sockets. There's only 4 more. I got myself a new fume extractor. Can't see. Well, those don't even need to be. Those are in there good. Ba-na-na-na. Ba-na-na-na. such a sight, yeah. Looking better than a body has a right to. But we can't stop this desire. Here we go. I got tired of that little black thing that you sit here with the fan. That didn't do anything. This, I bought this thing used, and I went ahead and I taped these 2 points together just to make it, I don't know, I just wanted to. But this thing is awesome. It absolutely removes every fume that you might have coming off of there. So I really like it. It was a good buy. I just got tired of breathing in fumes. I want to limit that. Yeah, that one's kind of... I think they're okay. You guys ever, me and my son Thomas watched the little mini-series on Chernobyl, the Soviet nuclear disaster back in '86. It's on Netflix right now. It's a 5-part series. It's really fascinating. I remember when Chernobyl happened, but I was 13 years old, I think. So I didn't really care. But it's just fascinating to see what an absolute disaster that was. Interesting stuff. I recommend you check it out. I use those 28-pin sockets that I have. They are slim ones. I just separated them and used them. So I have those guys. And here, as you can see, I'll show you. See that? Where I separated them. Pretty cool. Okay, I'll go ahead and socket the other guy. And we'll be ready to populate and test. Okay, and we are done socketing. Yeah. And you can see right here I put a 1K resistor pack in there. I had to clip 3 of the leads off of it. So it was 8-pin, so this is only a 5-pin. Okay, good to go. So I'm going to actually spray down the back of these with alcohol and scrub the backs of the boards again and wash them again. Clean all this flux off of it that I've got on there and let them dry, and we'll be ready to populate. And the owner of this board did have a spare video board and sent me the 05 custom and the 02 custom. So we are good to go there. Thought I'd add that little tidbit in. So let's go ahead and clean this up. See what we got. Okay, so far I am going through the prom chips, and the 3 prom chips on the video board are fine, but the 2 prom chips that go, one's right here, 1D, and the other one is 5C. This one, remember, was missing. It had the wrong, it had a chip that looked like a 2114 RAM in it, actually. And then this one is not right, but it is a Midway stamped part, so I don't know. You're not going to be able to see that, I don't think. Come on. Yeah. It is a Midway stamped part, but it's not a Galaga. I'm saving it, and I'm going to compare it against ROM ident to see if this is anything significant. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to burn 2 82S129s for this board. And then I got to move on and do all of the ROMs, verify all of the ROM chips. So right now I'm going to go ahead and do these guys, and then move on to the ROMs. Almost done. That board is verified, all good to go. So all of the RAM tested good. And I do have to find the ROMs. You know, I've got the ROMs up here in the pile, so I'll have to verify those out, get them in the right spot. So that's the next step, is ROM, after I burn these two guys. Alright, and we are complete and looking great. These were all verified. And I put tags on them with the number, with the letters of what they are, A, B, C, D, E. There is no F, and as you know in arcade stuff they never do G, so H, A, B, C, D, E, F, H. And then you got J, K, and L. It's all good to go. This guy right here, this prom that was in there, came up to nothing. So it wasn't empty either. It actually came up to something called Monster Bash, which is total erroneous nonsense. Here's the two prom chips I burnt. You can see looking nice there, and right here. All these legs are cleaned up beautifully on these chips. Everywhere. I did go ahead, and this one didn't verify, but I was verifying against the fast shooting version. So I imagine this is just regular slow shot Galaga. But I went ahead and I burnt E for the fast shooting Galaga. While I had the programmer out, I just went ahead and burnt that guy. So, in case it doesn't, in case this is bad. And if he wants fast shot, I'll contact him. If he wants that, I'll sell him the ROM, so he can have both. Otherwise, I'll just take the label off and erase it. But we're ready. We're ready to test. So I'll go ahead and put some standoffs. Remember, this didn't have any standoffs. I'll put 4 standoffs on it, and put the interconnect cable right there on there, and we'll see what we get. Alright guys, we are hooked up. We got our nice new black connector on there. The interconnect is on. This side is broke off, but there's no broken pins. And we're looking good. I reflowed the headers on these connectors too, the power and video connectors. And it's looking great. This G07 needs to be capped. You can see it kind of doing the wave a little bit. This G07 will have an absolutely gorgeous picture once it's capped. It's already got pretty nice, bright, vibrant colors. Galaga. So I want to, play a game, and I don't have controls even hooked up to this. I'm going to have to wire controls into this because I want to play Galaga. So, yeah. Alright. I'll be back. Let me do that. I'm going to do some wiring and kind of finish this harness. But the game's working. And I heard the sound, the explosion sound that Galaga does. I heard that when it booted, so it's all good. I don't even have test hooked up. I need to finish this harness. But yeah, it's looking great. I forgot. I looked at it and I do have left, right, and fire hooked into this. So I just hooked up this red lead that I'll ground out coin and start and be able to play. So let's just zoom in and you'll be able to and back it up, and that's good enough. And let's see if we can't dim the lights a little bit. That's G07. The colors are a little bit off, but it's not bad. So we'll go ahead and coin up. Turn the volume up a little bit. It's hard to play sideways. I suck. There we go. My thumbs can only take so much. All right, just like that. This one had an overhaul, had all of the sockets replaced, all of the big chip sockets replaced, all of the legs on the customs were cleaned, all the software verified, had to burn a couple proms, you know, washed everything, cleaned it up really good. and standoffs, put standoffs on it, and this thing's good to go. He had to send me, let me spin this around and get to the video board. He had to send the Starfield generator right there, and he had an extra 02 custom. So I had put this repair off for a little bit and had to wait for these two chips. I got those. He sent me those two chips and was able to complete the board repair. That's going to do it for this one. I'm going to let this thing run for a while the rest of the day. Today is Saturday. It's the 13th March. So this guy will sit here and run for a while. A few hours anyway. A good run test. And that's going to do it for this one, guys. We will see you guys on the next Classic Arcade Repair. Thank you very much.